What up, what up, what up, what up? Back at y'all again. You already know Birds Raw and Uncut. Ain't no rewinding me back. Back at y'all, man. Like I told y'all for the draft, give y'all my thoughts on it. But you already know how I told y'all when it comes to drafts, man. You can't really grade a draft till 2, 3 years after that draft, unless, um, unless the pick is just an impact player right away, right? Like a Quinion, a Cooper. Um, Now I got this draft on. Hold up, because I'm still watching these later rounds. Turn it down a little bit. A Quinion, a Cooper, a JC. A Jalen Carter. Some people. Even bitch ass Micah. You know what I'm saying? He's an impact player right away. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because he wilding on Twitter right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you did what you did. Like, you violated on our first round pick, not showing any respect. He was doing something nice for y'all to jump on y'all podcast real quick, and you try to violate my man, and then you misquote him, didn't even hear what the fuck he said, because what he said was he was going to a great organization. You said he was going to the greatest organization and tried to come at him. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And then his brother, see, I ain't know, like, bro, I don't tongue wrestle with motherfuckers back and forth online. Something I don't do. You can see me out on the Ave. Like, seriously, I don't tongue wrestle online with people. But anyway, I never knew. I guess his brother is like known for that. He's known for tongue wrestling back and forth on social media. I guess he ain't got no athletic talent. He don't do nothing in his life. I don't know. But I just now found out he said his brother is known for just arguing with motherfuckers on Twitter about his brother. I'm like, fuck kind of lame motherfuckers y'all is. Because when somebody posted a video about what he did to Makai Lemon, I just put, he's stupid. That's what I said. I said, because the boy said a great organization, not the greatest. I said, so he's stupid. I said, it's a shame. Right? And somebody co-signed like, yeah, whoopty whoopty dumb. So he replied to me, and his brother replied to me and the boy talking about, man, y'all nobody, man. You only got like 100 followers. And said, man, fucking whoopty whoop. And I'm like, I ain't even gonna respond to anything. Like I said, I don't do turn wrestling back and forth. Like, it's nothing. I mean, if you're not gonna see me in real life or whatever, it's not going. If it's just online talk, then I don't. I don't. So I just thought that was funny that his brother's really like responding to people like, bro, like if your brother play in the league, he play in the league. Like, I mean, what do you do? Like, what are you responding to people like this? But again, he's a lame. That's why Le'Veon, everybody calling him out on Twitter like, yo, that was lame, bro. Like, this is his moment. He just got drafted to the Eagles. He was nice enough to give y'all a couple minutes of his time. And because he called the Eagles a great organization, you want to try to throw a shot at him. And then you don't even play for the Cowboys no more. So this rival, whatever you guys, you're not even on that team no more. You know what I mean? You're on Green Bay. But then you dickade the other boy that got drafted to the Cowboys, and you're tweeting him, welcome to the city. You don't play at Dallas no more, cuz. Yo, what be going on with people, man? Like, I don't understand this. Like, what be going on with people? But anyway, like I was saying, it normally takes 2, 3 years to grade a draft. Unless they impact right away, then you just know, okay, that was a home run pick. So, my thoughts on this is, I was surprised, me personally. I thought we were going O-line with that first round pick. You know what I'm saying? Do I hate this pick? No. I mean, listen. The writing's on the wall, right? The writing is on the wall that AJ, he's probably gonna be on the wing. Wherever he's not gonna be an Eagle. Get Chico his treats. You know how he do. He's gonna hand me for treats every time I go to the microphone. I ain't do that real quick for the people. So, I mean, we done signed Elijah Moore, Wicks, Hollywood Brown. Now, Makai Lemon is our first round pick. So if that don't tell you what they're trying to do, then it's like, you know what I'm saying? The kid's a playmaker, not the biggest, and a lot of people gonna talk shit about his size. He's not big, but then Devontae's not big. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, man. You can make plays in this league. You make plays in this league. I'm cool with it. I don't. Again, not gonna be able to judge it for a while, but from a strategic standpoint, you got a new OC coming in. I'm sure he had input on it. It's this what they trying to do. You know what I mean? You need to turn this offense over because we all know the defense is going to have majority of the people getting paid. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have to get young talent on this offense, which brings us to the next pick, the tight end. Yo, I'm not so sure that this tight end is not the best tight end in this draft. I ain't gonna hold you. I know the other boy was thought of as better than him, but I'm not so sure he's gonna turn out to be the better tight end out the two. Um, Now again, me personally, I like a tight end that do it all. I like a tight end that blocks and catches the ball, which is why for my money, Gronk is the best tight end ever. He might not have the same stats as these receiving tight ends, but Gronk was so explosive and such a playmaker. But he also was dominant in the run game and the block game. You see what I'm saying? So if I had a gun to my head and I could have any tight end on my team when I'm drafting, I'm gonna take Gronk over all y'all. So you know what I mean? I know this tight end right here. He's such a strictly a receiving tight end, and a lot of teams worked him out as strictly receiver. but but like I said, I will say I won't be surprised he turns out to be the best tight end in this draft. He was a Mackey Award winner. I'm a believer in Biletnikoff, and again, Lemon won the Biletnikoff. This kid won the Mackey. I'm a believer in those awards. We look at the people who won those awards. It's production there, and some really big names. You see what I'm saying? So I'm a believer in that kind of stuff. Now, the third round pick of Bell from Miami. That's a good. Listen, that's what I'm looking for. I thought we was going to try to get a tackle up in this bitch. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I thought we was going for first. So now 6'9", 349. He bigger than my Lotta. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, bro. But and I heard some people saying that they wish Stoutland was still here and whoop de whoop and it's like. Yeah, but every page got to turn, man. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how we do. Hopefully, this new O-line coach, I got faith in him, will develop this boy, and he turns into something. You see what I'm saying? And I know we took another offensive lineman from was that Georgia? Forget, it's escaped me right now. I think it was Georgia. They took a quarterback, in the 5th round. Same school as Wentz, North Dakota State. The haters are gonna say, "Oh, see, Jalen on the clock. Got to compete with this boy and all this, that, and the third." And I'm just like, look, man. Howie has a plan. I know he has a method to his madness. Now, from what I understand about this quarterback, he's a lefty, and he's kind of like Taysom Hill in the way he plays the game and the way he can run. So he has some skill sets that are similar. You know what I mean? And if Jalen go down, then maybe But what does it say for Tanner McKee? Tanner McKee was taken in the late rounds. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, take that how you will. Like, but don't act like it's going to be a quarterback competition this summer to see who's going to start for the Eagles. Like, and if Jalen has a bad game, then he going in. Like, come on, y'all. Come on. Like, let's. You know what I'm saying? So again, as a whole, I can't give him a grade. I don't do grades and all that because, like I said, you can't judge a draft till several years after that draft. But as far as the positions they took, it's cool. I know a lot of people are worried about safety. Epps, I'm fine with Epps as a starting safety. And you're going to have to believe in the kid we took last year coming into his second year. He got hurt. But he made some good plays, and he had some plays he would love to have back. But that's what all this is supposed to be for, OTAs and all these training camps and everything, to develop these players, man. So you can't grab everybody in the trade and this person. Oh, and speaking of trades, the edge rusher we got from the Vikings, Greenard, I do feel like they paid top dollar. 4 years, $100 million. I feel like they paid top dollar for him, but I do feel like he was a cheaper answer than, Jalen Phillips or Max Crosby, whoever you want to name. Like, and people are going to say, well, sacks was down last year, but his pressures was up. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting pressure on the quarterback, that's the job. You know what I mean? If you don't get him on the ground and somebody else do, or force him into a bad throw or whatever, speed him up or whatever, like, pressures are very important. And his pressures was up last year. I think the most he ever had. So I'm cool with that. We needed an edge bad. So how we did that in the trade, you know what I mean, rather than draft somebody. He did that in the trade, so I'm cool with that, man. I'm cool. I think the boy going on. I like how the boy spoke. I watched a little bit of his press conference. I like what I heard from him. So, listen, you're going to have to do Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter in the middle, Jalix Hunt, and Nolan on the edge, and my man from the Vikings on the edge right here. And that's what we rocking with. You know what I mean? Zach Bourne, Jahad Campbell at linebacker. You see what I'm saying? So, You know what it's hitting for a corner now. Corner, like you know what it's hitting for already. We Quinyon, Coop, and Reek. So corner, we might have the best trio of corner in the league. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna cap on the head. Seriously, we might have the best trio of corner in the league. And then when it gets to safety, Epps is a solid. He's not setting the world on fire, but he's not killing you. He's not making a bunch of mistakes. Solid. And then we got to hope that the second year Makuba, we got to hope, you know what I'm saying, that he steps up to the plate. But again, Howie's not done. I'm not talking like it's over. Howie's not done. We got more shit. It's a long time between now and September. So we don't know what the roster's going to look like. You know what I mean? Like come September, week 1. So, we still got some work cut out. So I've been enjoying it, man. One thing I love, man, about the draft, just me personally, first and foremost, man, like even with the sports aside, like I love to watch the draft, every draft, NBA, NHL, all of them, because I like to see people win in life. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the joy. I like to see the tears of joy, the embracing their parents, their aunties, their uncles, their brothers, their sisters, their kids, if they got them. Like, when you see somebody work so hard in life towards a goal, and you get to see that person achieve that in real time, and the emotion it sends through them and their family, that's why I love watching the draft first and foremost, just because I like to see people win in life. I don't like to see people down. I like to see people win. You know what I'm saying? So I watch the draft for that reason first and foremost. And after that, it's to see what the teams are going to do and what my team is going to do. But I love to see, people achieve something that they set out to achieve when they were kids. And to see it all come to fruition, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I love watching the draft, man. Seriously. If you like to see people win and just have, moment after moment after moment after moment after moment of seeing all these different people in their families get to celebrate and embrace each other and just, you know what I'm saying, let out the emotion, man, the tears, all that in a good way. That's why I love watching these drafts, man, for every sport, for every pro sport. I try to watch them all because I like to see people win. I'm not the type of person I like to see people down and out. You know what I'm saying? I like to see people win. I like to see people have great moments of joy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the kind of person I am. So that's why I watch these, man. First and foremost. Then we get to the sports after that. That's secondary, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. We seen some picks, man. That Rams pick was a head scratcher, but you know what I'm saying? Sean McVay looked real pissed. You know what I mean? They did. That's what these Eagles fans wanted us to do. They wanted us to take our first pick and take a quarterback. You see what I'm saying? That's what they wanted us to do. They quarterback our MVP. They knocking on the door to the Super Bowl every year. Sean McVay trying to get them over the hump, and they took a quarterback. That's what these dickhead Eagle fans would want us to do. It's a shame, but you know what I mean. But you see how pissed their head coach was. The boy genius, Sean McVay, was. You could visibly heated. You could have fried eggs on his head. He was heated with that pick. You see what I'm saying? But that's what they would have loved for our team to do. It's crazy, man. Just try to understand it. You know what I'm saying? Try to understand it, but you might have trouble with that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll watch the rest of these late rounds, 6 and 7. You know what I'm saying? See who gets a shot. We flyer it up for the night, baby. You already know. See if we can sweep these boys tonight. You know what I mean? That would be wonderful. But we're going to see. You know what I mean? Because it's 4 for 4 over here, baby. We Philly all day. We don't turn teams against each other and root against each other and say that this team and that team. That's y'all not really Philly fans, man. Like I tell y'all every video, you're not really Philly fans. Y'all do that shit. If you 4 for 4 and from the city or you're not. Straight like that. You see what I'm saying? One more jointski for y'all before we get up out of here on Birds Raw and Uncut. You know how we doing. We know how we coming around. One more jointski. And we flying like that with the Fly Boys. You know what I'm saying? So, get at y'all in a little bit, man. Y'all be safe. Till next time. Peace.